know someone who's been working on a car for about 5 or 6 years, hell, maybe even 10 years, and then they'll turn around and get another project car before they finish the other one. Now, me personally, just me personally, that makes no sense. I've always been a firm believer that you have to finish what you started. If you have a project, you finish the project, and then you take it out and you show it. You don't go out here and you get another one for what? It's too much money. It just doesn't make sense. I won't do it, and I won't stand for it. I can't. That's just, it goes against my morals.
Stop the cap.
Stop it. Get some help.
We both know that that's cap, and you're here for a whole nother reason. You've seen the thumbnail. You've seen the title. I may have been a victim of buying a project car before finishing another one. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I want you guys to say hello to my 1986 GMC Caballero. I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, Stu, what the hell? Why did you get another project car? The Caddy's not even done. I know. Trust and believe me, the Cadillac is gonna get done. Debra is gonna be on the street tipping and dipping again. I promise you. But this isn't my car. This is my lady's car. This is one of her dream cars, and I'm proud to say that I was able to get it for her. And this is gonna be a project that me and her are gonna work on, meaning me, only me. I'm probably gonna be the only one working on it. But anywho, I don't care about that. Now I got one hell of a deal with this car. This car came all the way from Oklahoma. It actually has some 26-inch 4G Auto rims on them. Now, other than a few cosmetic things like paint, the interior, the bed lining, everything else is in pristine condition. Now, the good thing about this car is it is super rare. The reason being is because they only made them from 78 to 87, and they only made about, I believe, 2,700 of them. I do have a few plans for this car just to get it right. I know you guys didn't just want to see the car sitting. So we're going to take the car out for a spin, start her up so you guys can hear how smooth she runs. She runs clean, crisp as butter, smooth. All right. What the hell? Hold on. Man, this car runs so smooth. This car does seem a little unstable, and that's probably from bad bushings and old tire rods, and primarily because of the big old rims that was on here. But that's simple stuff to take care of, and that's kind of expected. This car was made in the 80s, so I'm not expecting it to be, 2025 Cadillac ride. It's going to be a rough ride. All these cars are rough rides. This car is so nice. I can't explain to you guys how happy I am to actually be able to cruise, because obviously Debra is not up to par right now. Whew, it is hot. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a cruise another day. This is the wrong day to be testing this car out right now. Or at least the wrong time of day. I had to take a break earlier because it was a little bit too hot for me to be riding around in this car knowing that it does not have AC and the temp was 93 degrees. Now the interior of this car, I would say, is pristine for how old it is. It was well taken care of. None of the leather here is cracked or torn. Usually this thing right here is one of the first thing that goes. Now the carpet in this thing is really, really good as well. I don't know if it was replaced or not. And honestly, I don't care. The dashboard is not cracked at all. I mean, it looks good overall. It's not in bad condition. One thing I noticed about the seats though is if you get real close to them, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but right here, a little bit on the side here, it's really, really, really crunchy. And I think it's from the spray when whoever painted this car, or they must have sprayed a little bit into the car and got on the seats and didn't realize that was on the seats, and it ended up drying up. And now we got this crunchy sound going on, which I could care less about it because the seats are still in good condition to me. But we are going to get these redone, and we already have an idea of what color we're gonna do for them, but I'm not gonna tell you guys. It's gonna look fire. Like the interior of this car, already mapped it out because we've been looking at this car for a little bit now, and it's gonna look clean, trust me. In the comments right now, put what color you think we're gonna put these seats. On the outside of the car is a different story. Looking at it, it's really, really pristine, right? It's not a bad job. It has a two-tone going on. You got the maroon up here, and then on the lower half, you got black, which that is a dope idea and all, but the only thing that kind of throws me off a bit is if you look right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little square patch right here. And it looked like it was some body work done on it and kind of piss poor paint job, try to cover it up. Which, like I said, not a bad thing. I'm not worried about that at all. The only thing that bothers me is if that was covered up, what else is covered up? What I'm thinking, and I could be reaching and I could be overthinking it, but if I was a shady car salesman, which the guy who sold me this car seems pretty cool. I'm not saying it was him. It could have been anybody who owned this car. But if I'm thinking of a mind of a shady car salesman and I know this car is not in the best condition, I'm gonna try to put as much makeup on this pig to make it look pretty so I can get as much money as possible. And maybe some body work was done on it to cover it up, and then that bottom half was covered and you just didn't want to paint it maroon because then you'll be able to tell the difference. Like I said, I could be overthinking it and I could be digging too far into it, but I'm honestly not gonna know until I start sanding this thing down and see what exactly is wrong with this car. Another thing I want to add about the body is the trim, which it is missing some portions of the trim. Most of this trim is coming off, which I'm not really worried about because a few clips and a couple screws, that's going to change everything. I do own most of the trim. It's over there on my workbench, so I'm not really too worried about that. The only trim that I don't own is the rails that usually come right here. Also, the bed needs to be redone. The guy who sold it to me did paint it right before he brought it to me, which is another red flag. You don't know what could be underneath this paint. We could just add that to the list of things that we have to do. One of the dopest things about this car is majority of everything on this car is original. That includes this 305 small block. Now, obviously, the valve cover and the intake is not original. One thing I'm not sure is if this car's transmission is original. So far, since I've had this car, I haven't noticed any major or crazy leaks. Only once or twice I've seen a little drop, maybe 3 or 4 drops, and I couldn't really pinpoint it. Hopefully we can do that today. Now I know sooner or later that this engine is gonna get swapped out with an LS. It's just a matter of time. Here are the 4 Giottos that I was talking about that was originally on this car when I bought them. These big old things, these are 26-inch Rams. Boom. How does that look on that? I think it looks dope, honestly, but I've went down that road before and I know how riding with these big old rims feel on this car, and it's not a nice ride at all. But it does look good, you know, it don't look half bad. We'll see, I don't know. We may keep them, we may sell them. Who knows? But I'm gonna go ahead and jack this car up and slide underneath so we can take a look at the frame, the transmission, and see if there's any, just see if we really got screwed on this deal. And don't hop in the comments, please don't hop in the comments. How you go buy a car and not even look at it? Shut up. If you don't like it, then go to another video. All right, just enjoy the video. All right, god damn. But just looking at everything so far, I mean, I don't really see any rust. These tie rods are really bad. That explains that rough ride. Look at that, just gunked up. Yeah, see, look, it is the transmission pan. It's leaking pretty bad. But that looked like it's just a gasket that's just, well, actually no, it looked like a brand new gasket was put on there, because it don't look old or brittle or anything. It just looked like it was poorly put on there. Overall, frame looks good, no rust. Wait a minute, look at that. Couple little spots. Hold on, let me get on the other side. All right. Let's see. See, yeah, it's the same thing over here too. Now I'm not too pissed off, honestly, because of this car's old, man. When you're buying a car online, they like to paint it as the most pristine car you'll ever see, and this is why you should pay thousands of dollars for this car, and how dare you lowball me, don't lowball me. Motherfucker, this is why people lowball, because you're not 100%. And it looks like some of this stuff was painted over. If you just look at most of this stuff, it looked like it was painted over. Could be a lot worse. One thing that does make me nervous is that one crack over there, but it's not as bad over here. I mean, it's not looking too bad, but there are some spots in here that show a little concern. So just looking at a few things under there, I would be lying to you guys if I didn't tell you that I do have a few concerns about this car. I appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. I don't know if this was a bad decision for me to do, but I might have to figure out something. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. I enjoy and love all the support that you guys give me, even if I run into stuff like this. If you guys notice something in this video, please let me know at the bottom in the comments. I am on the road to try to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you're not already following, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get all the videos when they drop, even if they're depressing videos like this one. Until next time, your boy Stu out.